Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Estancia Lapacho here in Paraguay in South America. And our harvest is continuing. However, I'm having a bit of difficulty. The combine has now decided it doesn't like this field for some strange reason, and it keeps stopping. It just keeps getting... It's gone along just a little way, and then it stopped, and it said, up there, just like that. Why it's doing this, I have got no clue. So what I'm actually thinking is that we're going to start... we're going to start it up like this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to advance forwards until we get to the edge of this row, and then we're going to take it off of the hired help, and we're going to put it on standard hired help. We're going to take it off of the AI vehicle extension. We're going to put it on to standard hired help, and we're going to do that going up and down the field until the job is finished. And I'm hoping that by doing it from the long way back down to short, it shouldn't leave patches everywhere, and that the courseplay should still be able to find where the combine is and cope with it just fine. So if I bring that one over here, I want to sort of do it on half a width, I think. If I go about like that, just in case it drifts out a little bit more than there. I reckon if we go about to there, and then if I go in here, and I take it off of you, and I put it like that, and then I go H. Is it going to work? I really hope that it does. We'll keep an eye on that one. We've already got the John Deere is set on the course play. It's just waiting for the combine to be full, and then it will run along and it will fill up. And if I remember correctly, it will go along and it will empty out whichever way the combine is facing. I don't remember completely, though. I actually want to go back this way to this one. So, you remember we were having all of that difficulty with that. Before we do that, my question for this week. Now, just in the background, you can hear lots of, you may be able to hear banging and power tools and so on. As we've had for a couple of weeks, my neighbors are doing a huge project in their house. They're stripping out a load of stuff and replacing. It's a big ongoing project. It could be several more weeks. So any banging and crashing here in the background is that, or we could put it down to the people in the game, you know, those over there. They're busy doing some work on their house over at the sheep farms over there, just across the field. So yeah, you can hear it coming from across the field. That's what it is. Anyway, moving on. We have, from our results last week, decided that we're going to be getting the Estrela 32, the Stara Estrela. Now, this is a 14.4 meter seeder, requires 420 horsepower to pull. This is being gifted to us by the good folks at AGCO and Stara combined. They are our sponsors, Horsch, AGCO and Stara. They've sponsored us here. So they do occasionally want us to try out some brand new machinery, some big stuff, and they've decided that they want us to have a Stara Estrela 32, a huge, great monster of a machine. We don't have a tractor to pull it, though. And we pointed out that we don't have a tractor to pull it, and so they've said, okay, that's fine, we can handle this. You can have a special coat of paint on a Challenger M800, MT800 I should say, or an MT700. You can have the Field Python colours, you can have the Field Viper colours on one of those two Challengers right there with the tracks, or you can have this one over here. They have pulled some strings and they have managed to get the loan of the Big Bud 450. We got this one right here. Now that one is not going to be too out of place on our farm, especially chugging along in front of a Stara Estrela 32. So we can have that one there, the small Big Bud. This is a 500 horsepower tractor. They've had to pull a lot of strings to do this, but you know, AGCO is a big old company, Stara as well, and Horsch. They've got to pack a bit of punch. I suspect that they've decided to let the owners of this tractor have a few other toys to play with in its stead. But there they are. They've decided to help us out, so we can have the Big Bud 450, or the Challenger Field Viper, or the Challenger Field Python. So which one do you want? It's your vote. It's your game. Head into the comment section down below. Let us know which one you want and why. And of course, don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right-hand corner. So that header over there, we don't know if it was the header or if it was the actual machine itself that has been causing this very, very strange, peculiar happenings at the end of the row, where it gets down to the end of the row and then it goes off on an excursion all around the countryside instead of just turning around. Well, we're not actually quite sure why it's doing it yet, but we're going to try and find out today. We're going to do this. We're going to go Control and H. Right, that is on normal hired help at the moment. So I am going to go in there, and then I'm going to press H and Yeah, we need to bring this one over a little bit. So we've still got silage in here. We haven't even gotten one full trailer load yet, and we've done well over half of this field. So I'm kind of thinking that we'll be able to do all of this field into one trailer. So we'll bring that one down there. Right, going up across the field is fine, especially with the standard height help. This one's actually... Oh no, this is the same speed as the 16.2k. Same speed as the John Deere header. So that the actual speed of the header hasn't changed at all. Is whether or not it still does the funny song and dance at the end of the field. I did take a quick look at that header in the... sort of have a look at the XML and a few other bits. I can't see anything. I'm not very good at that though. I can change a few very, very basic things, but other than that, it's beyond me. So I didn't notice anything unusual. I didn't notice anything that I could change or anything that seemed to be odd or different. So I've no idea, but we'll see. Is it the header or is it the actual machine itself? It's the machine itself. Definitely the machine itself. It shouldn't be going off down there. Oh, hang on. Is it going to do something sensible now? No. That's... See, now what's it doing? It did the turn. It turned round. And now it's... What are you doing? Why are you doing this to us? There is no need for it. Although, it's actually lined up better this time. It has definitely lined up better than it did previously. So that it is making progress. Maybe we're actually starting to get somewhere. It is making a little bit of progress, and we're advancing. It's learning. It's actually learned from its previous errors, and now it's going to do the job properly. I think that might be wishful thinking, though. That may just be completely 100% wishful thinking. But we will soon have this field finished, so we can go racing off to the biogas plant over there, and we can tip this load out, and then we can come back and we can get another load, which we will start. We'll probably just start on that wheat field there. We'll do that one next, and then we'll do the 3 other ones after that. I don't think we're going... I mean, I don't know. This field is quite small compared to the others, so we could end up with a decent amount of silage. At the moment, I'm not actually sure how much we're going to get. The problem is it does this when it turns round. See, now it's going... Instead of just turning, it's going to go miles off in another direction, and it's going to... No, stop! Come forward. Come forward. No, stop. What do you do? Seriously? Seriously? Why? I think it's actually the, I think it's the John Deere forager. I reckon that we may need to get rid of this John Deere forager, and we may need to get a different forager instead. Bring a different one over for the next job. Now, I deliberately took the Capello rather than... I was saying I was going to do the Crone. I think we may return the John Deere forager, and we get the Crone one, and we'll try that one instead for the rest of this particular harvest, because the medium-sized standard Crone harvester, I don't think we've actually used that one very much. We've been using other ones. We've either used a great big one or we've used a little Rossel mash. But the Crone, I don't think we've used very much. So I'd kind of like to give that one a go. I feel that it would be quite a good thing to use. So maybe in tomorrow's episode, we'll do that. Well, I was just saying that we could do it after I've finished this one field, and now I'm saying tomorrow's episode. I really do need to learn to make my mind up. I think we'll do it in tomorrow's episode. We've got this on here, so yeah, I think we'll try this in tomorrow's episode. Let's just let that one do its funny turnaround a minute, and we're going to go and jump over here and see. Are you ready? What are you doing? What are you doing? You need. Oh, he's doing it. Oh, he's actually done it fine. Look, see, he's already empty. He was full when we spoke to him last. So he's going to go all the way over here, and he's going to empty out that combine. Goes all the way across the field. Yeah, let's move on, shall we? Busy destroying our field like that. Right, you are lined up and ready to roll. You got 83%. You've got a tractor that's bombing over here, ready to empty you out. Be here in a minute. And right, so this one here, we didn't know how to use that header trailer. If anybody can tell me how to use a header trailer, I'd really appreciate it. I got no idea on that one. That one's completely beyond me. Okay, let's go back to this one. We're on 61%. So we're soon going to be, we're not going soon to be filled. We're going to get the whole of the field into this one. I'm curious to find out if you get more crop if you're doing a different one. Like, does wheat give more than canola? I know that when you're harvesting canola, obviously the yield is significantly different to wheat. So does the silage quantity differ as well? Do we get less silage from canola than we do from the other crops that we have available? Could be interesting. We'll wait and see. Let's get up across this field. So we're on 64% to 65. I'm quite enjoying this. I've only ever done this, I think, 2, maybe 3 times in real life, and it wasn't with a header like that. It was with a great big thing. It's like a circular cutter on it. It's 2 great big circular things like spun around really fast. They were all the same machine. The same header was also used for doing maize silage for this particular person that I worked for. They didn't have a special header like that one there, because that one will do grass as well. We go straight through and cut grass as well. So yeah, it was a different type of silage that we did. Although the silage itself was, you didn't cut it when it was fully ripe, you cut it when it was still green. So there was, you did have crop on the ears of the grain, but they didn't. They weren't ripe. They weren't. They definitely weren't even close to fully ripe. The crop was still green. And you could squeeze the grain, so kind of they had this sort of milky quality about them. So you could squeeze this milky sap out of them, and that is apparently the ideal stage for making whole crop silage. The other thing about whole crop silage did help do somewhere else. Where did I do it? No, I didn't. I didn't actually help do the silage. I went and we did grass silage after some whole crop silage had been done. And we opened up the clamp. So quite a common practice amongst a lot of farmers is that you do a cut of silage and you put it into the clamp, and you sort of do it in a wedge shape on the front, and then you open up the clamp and you do the next lot of silage over onto it again, and it is sort of you put it on top of the wedge shape. And the thing with the whole crop is that it's quite light, and it does tend to fluff up, and it's much more difficult to get properly compacted down. So what they would do is that they, instead of doing it in the normal kind of wedge shape, they did it as low down and flat over the whole clamp as they could. And then they stacked up a whole load of bales and stuff over the top to try and press it down. And then 6 weeks later, we went and did grass silage, and we took the clamp, we took it all off, and then we put the grass silage in. Grass silage over the top, well, grass is a lot heavier than the whole crop. It was whole crop wheat, I think. So the grass being a lot heavier meant that it would then properly compact it down. And they did have a few issues with it going a bit mouldy on the whole crop that first year. And we did this 2 years running. The second year, he timed it so that rather than doing a cut of hay around the time he was doing the whole crop silage, he did grass silage straight away. So the first day they did... I didn't get involved with that. I just they were telling me about it the following year because I was helping them do some round bale silage a bit later on in the year. I didn't actually work for them at the time. So it was somebody that I worked for that used to do this contract work, and I didn't work for them all year round. I used to do the every now and then I go and work for them for a few weeks. So they did this job, and it worked really well. And then, right, I'm just going over to that one, and then I need to cycle through our machinery over to the, there it is, that one. So yeah, they did this job, and they did grass immediately on top of it, and they kind of did the whole clamp at once, and filled it right up. So then when I was speaking to them later in the year, they were just actually getting ready to open up the clamp for the first time. It worked a lot better that time, because they were able to properly compress everything down. They had no problems with it whatsoever. It really, really did a fantastic job. Right. I want that to go. There we go. If you could reach, I know I've just wasted a bit of it. Right. If you could put that in there, that would be absolutely fantastic. I want it all to go in there. Thank you very much. Much obliged, sir. I really appreciate that. So there is the last little bit on there, and I'm going to switch you off like that. Now, I'm considering going to get the Krone harvester. Do I go and get it right now, or do I keep going with this one? Decisions. I think we will keep going with this one. Like I said, we'll go with this one for this episode, and then we'll change him over, and in our next episode, we'll do something different. Now, am I going to be able to do it with this? Now, this could be interesting. Is this going to work? Are we going to be able to turn on the headland with this one? I don't even know if it's going to hitch on. Yes, it will. It does hitch on. Will it actually work, though? Can we do this with standard hired help with this setup? I genuinely don't know, but we're about to find out. So we'll put that one in there. What are you doing? You have not completed your task at all. Do not give me this nonsense. I need to go onto you. Start you up. And lowers it down so that it actually, you know, does a bit of cutting. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. It's going to work. Press H. Seriously? You're kidding me, right? I don't get it. What do you want from me? Let's try this one. As we go round, we're going round and round in a circle. Let's try that. Let's see what that does. So if I press H on here, fuel detection is running at 4.6 and... Okay, you're working. So why are you working but the other one is not? I don't think it likes the trailer. I'm guessing it doesn't like the trailer or something. I genuinely don't know. Let's just watch this one and get to the end of the row. Once it gets to the end, I'm curious how it's going to get round the corner with this thing on the back. I don't know if it turns well or if it struggles to turn. If it turns well, this may be the way forward. We just need to do this, and then we need to have a tractor to pull it and race it over to the biogas plant. I was kind of wanting to do it with just the trailer that's on the truck, but I can live with this. John Deere T660i corn. Why is it blocked? I don't understand. That's... corn is blocked, and of course I don't really know what's going on with the combine over there. We're going to have a look in a second. I want to see what this one's going to do on the corner first. This is going to be the difficult bit, the tricky bit. How is it going to cope with the complexities of turning the corner with this trailer on the back? I thought it was going to take a while. No, this is going to do that. It's just going to get itself hopelessly stuck, and it's not actually going to work. Well, that's just great. I'm going to leave that one to play for a minute. Right, what are you doing? No, it's actually working. Right, it's chaff. Oh, no, that's chaff. That's saying finished. This one's saying he's blocked, but the tractor has gotten over here and he's unloading it, so that one's doing a great job. So that's fine. We can leave that one working. You up here, you've now given up completely. These employees of ours are utterly useless. I'm starting to think that we're the only people that can do anything in this place. Let's spin round. Let's try this again. Okay, I didn't want to spin round quite that enthusiastically. I didn't actually expect it to follow me on round and keep pushing me sideways. That was brilliant. Okay. Well, at least that was interesting for a minute. So let's just bring this one up here and we'll see what it does this time. We're going here, and this time I'm going to do it like that, and then I'm going to go in. I'm going to take that one off of there. I'm going to go like that, and I'm going to press H. I'm going to start up. I'm going to move forward. And what are you going to do? You're not going to do anything at all, are you? You're just going to, you know, he's just going to stop there being stubborn and not doing anything. You move it forward. That works. It's working! Okay, well, something to do with the edge of the field. Right. Well, it's going now. We've got standard hired help, and it's whizzing up across the field. It's doing 13k at the moment, but that's because it's going uphill and pulling this huge trailer. What is it going to do when it gets to the other end? Is it going to be able to turn round and come back into the field? I'm willing to try all sorts of things at this point. I really am. We're starting to struggle. We're running out of ideas on how to get this to work properly. But if this will work, then we'll do it like this. Our current truck, though, we don't own it, and I don't think it's even got an option for pulling one of these trailers like this. We may... Yeah. I think we kind of need to get the dolly on the other trailer and get it onto the back of this one. If this works, then we'll worry about doing something like that in a minute. We need to see what this is going to do at the end of the road. So here it is. The big question now. Is it actually going to work? Is this going to do it? Are we going to be able to do the one thing that we want to do, which is to have it turn around successfully at the end of the row without getting tied up in a knot, without getting all confused and confuddled, just simply turning round? And at this point, I absolutely do not care that it is driving through the sugarcane. Couldn't care less. Absolutely don't care at all. Still going through the sugarcane. Still don't care. It's young sugarcane. It'll be fine. It'll grow back. We don't mind. and that's not the actual header that you can hear running. He switched it off. He's good like that. See, the movement you can see as a figment of your imagination. 100%. Right, he's come back over to this side, and he's done it! Success! We've actually got it to work. Right, so our next task that we need to do, that one, he's fine. He's fine. We can ignore that one. Next task that we want to do is we're going to go past all of these tractors we got sat up in the field. We're going to go to this one, and we want to get... We want to get a dolly. And, well, we're going to empty this trailer first. We want to get a dolly, and we can move that one up. And then we want to try and get dolly into the field. We got a lot of work to do. So ideally we want to be able to get across this field, but I mean it's taking too long to get it done. So what we'll do is we'll drive all the way up here, and we'll go along the top end of this field and then down the side. I think that's probably the best way to do this. And we'll bring this all the way down the side down here. Now, as I pointed out last week, these trailers here, did I point out last week or was it at the beginning of this week? It could have been either. It really could. At this point, I'm just generally dazed and confused. These trailers, they don't have any hydraulic rams on them, and where they're unloaded at, like, the sugar cane factories where they're being unloaded, they actually have special hoists and winches and stuff. They drive into the right location with the trailer, and then the hoists and the chains, they hook onto the trailer. On those chains right there, see those on the side? They hook onto those, and they lift the trailer, and that's how they're tipped out. So obviously we've got a winch system like that here at the biogas plant, which is how we're able to do this. So we'll do this, we'll drive onto the weighbridge right there, and we'll see what we got. We're on 26822. Now what I do particularly like is we should be able to tip in there using a trailer. I'm hoping we can use a trailer. I really, really hope we can use a trailer this time to do that. So we're going to drive in here. Now, the only thing that I haven't done with Courseplay yet is tried to... you know what? I'm going to bring this a bit closer. Actually, I'm going to try and do it in a line all the way down. What I haven't done with Courseplay yet is tried to have Courseplay squashing the silage down. That's something that I haven't actually tried to do yet. And it's something that I feel that maybe I should try to do. Because I know a lot of people do use Courseplay to do this. I'm not going to try it this week because we're not going to quite be ready. But I will try and see if we can do something with that. Maybe take a look at Courseplay getting it done. It may be interesting. It may not. I don't know. At the moment, I'm not really sure. We'll have to sort of... It's a wait and see type situation. See if I got time to research it between now and next week, and then get it set up. We've also got to decide what we're going to do, what sort of tractor or machine we're going to use to do that job with. I don't, at the moment, really know what I'm going to use for doing that. I suspect that just one of the Stara tractors with a blade on the back or something would be able to do the job. I don't know how well Courseplay will do it with the blade on the back, or whether it's got to be on the front for it to work properly, though. Now, somewhere around here, I'm pretty sure I've got a dolly. Ah, there it is. I can get that one, and I'm just going to put it on the back of this trailer. Right, I need to move that tractor a minute. So we want the dolly on the back of the trailer. So if I jump into you... Actually, no, I can just jump out a second. We'll unhitch you and we'll leave you there. And I'll move this tractor out the way, and then I can get that trailer and I can back it in and we can hitch it onto that one. So if I just dump you in here a minute. There we go. You'll be fine there. Which way do I want to go? I'm confused. I got lost. I got lost in my own shed. Completely open plan shed as well, I might add. Which is... It doesn't bode well for me, really, does it? Anyway, let's move back up through here, and we can get that dolly hitched onto the back. Oops, steady. I don't want to go too far. And over here. Okay, I didn't go far enough. Let's bring that one back a bit more. That's not even close. Can I hitch this dolly onto this trailer? That's going to be the next thing. Is you can tell me that I'm not allowed to use this particular dolly on this trailer. I need to bring it over just a bit. Bring it over. Just a wheel's width is all we need. There, I think that's about right. Let's try that. Up through here, and I got a feeling that that doesn't hitch on there. Doesn't look like it does. Wrong hitch. Great. Does that mean that the dolly won't go on? Ooh. I hope. Let's have a look. That's as close as it's going to get. You're not going to get much better than that. And it's not got a hitch point. Right, we'll have to take that up there with something else. But that I suspect that the forager is then not going to be able to take it anyway. Okay, I didn't just drive onto the crop. I actually went round it. And if you think that I did, it was probably just a trick of the light. It was... the light of the moon is reflecting off of Venus, and some swamp gas caused a explosion with a weather balloon. Yeah. If anybody can tell me the reference to that one, I'd be very pleased. I would give you a great big Friskar heart in the comment section if you can tell me where that particular reference came from. I'm not quoting exactly, but the weather balloon and swamp gas and the light on Venus, they're all in there. I'm sure it's all in there somewhere. Now, I want a... Which one? No, I don't want you. I don't want you. Or you. Or you. You're doing great. Ooh, 97. Okay, this is a lot better now. Things are looking up around here, ladies and gentlemen. This is absolutely fantastic. I don't want you. I don't want you. That's what... Oh, great. You're miles away. I'm going to leave that header trailer right there. I don't want to use that one. It does look like we don't need to use the crone. I was saying that we were going to try using the crone, but it doesn't look like we need to. With this new system that we've got going, we don't need the crone at all. But what I do want is I want to get that dolly up to the field to the John Deere harvester so that we can see if that is the one that we're going to want to use. The only issue is that I still can't pull the full trailer, so I kind of need to have... Yeah, I'm going to need to do it a bit differently. I'm not quite sure. Oop. Didn't really want to do that. Let's just bring that one in round there. And so yes, we've got the John Deere up there. It was going to be full so it's actually full now. Is it still going? It's saying chaff 100%. Is it still going? Please tell me it's not still going. I'm going to be bitterly disappointed if it is. Come on, all the way through. No, it stopped. Excellent. It has actually stopped right when it was supposed to. That is excellent. Really good news. You're the one that I want. Oop, you were still running. You can't hear these things sometimes. They're very, very quiet. So let's just bring this one around. And I want to spin round here and come up to you. Right, can we hitch on that dolly onto this truck? I think we can. I think it does actually take it. So if I jump out and... Yes! Right, we're making progress. This is good. So now I want to take this one up to the field and we're going to see if that John Deere will take this dolly on the back of it. Because if it does, it means that we can then take... Actually, we still can't actually go and do anything with the other trailer because our truck up there can't take that other trailer. It doesn't have the rear hitch that it needs in order to pull that trailer. So we're still a little bit stuck on this one. I wonder, yeah, it is still leaving some stripes. I actually think that it would be good to go back to the proper John Deere header at some point fairly soon. I would like to do that much. Let me do that and unhitch you. I'm not going to attempt to pull that trailer with this pickup. That may be just a little bit too extreme for it. Even though it does seem to be a bit of a workhorse, our little pickup there, I still think it's going to be extreme. Let me come into you and press H. Right. I will back this trailer up here like this. We'll wiggle it up that way a little bit. There we go. I'm going to stop you right about there, I think. So I've got to jump out. And we'll pull the pin out. There we go. And now, will it take this dolly? If it does, excellent. If it doesn't, then we've got to think of something else to do. Just back up there. Back up, back up, back up. And right there, right now, does it take it? It does take it! Right. We're making progress. Now, that's lifted up into the air a little bit, but again, that's something that I can live with. I can definitely live with that. So I want to go through here all of the... There we go, I want you. And we're going to whiz you up over this way. And we'll unhitch this trailer here, and then we can back that dolly in underneath it. It is leaving a few little bits on the end of the field. Quite frankly, at this point, I don't actually care. I really don't care about that in the slightest. So we'll bring this one to here, and we will unhitch you there, and then I will drive you out the way. We're going to have to go and have a look at this truck in the shop and see if it does actually, in the shop, have an option for the rear trailer. Because if it does, we may be glad of it. Now, I'm going to bring that one around there like that. And then back it under there, like that. Oh, hang on. There we go. All hitched on. It's beautiful. It's wonderful. It's actually all in place. This is awesome. And I'll bring that up to there. And then I'm just going to press H and it should go. It's going. It's doing it. We got the next one going. That is absolutely fan-dabby-tastic. I think it's brilliant. Now then. This truck here, this one is the man something. Let's just take a look in the shop a minute. Trucks. I want you. So it's not the standard man. Oh, yes, it is. It is the standard man truck, but attaches. It has the trailer hitch on the back, and ours doesn't have the trailer hitch. We were stupid enough not to get it with the trailer hitch. And if I go there, oh, it's only another 700. I can actually afford it too. That is the one that we've got. We've got the standard man truck with no extras. Nothing fancy. It is the TGS 18480. That is the one that we've got. Look here. TGS 18480 right there. We want the trailer hitch. That is $165,700 and we've got $168,000. We can actually afford to buy the truck. And that would give us our trailer hitch. You know what? I'm thinking we'd be glad of this. I'm thinking that we'd be very, very glad of this right now. Because then we can process, we can run these around really, really quickly. Because this one doesn't have the trailer hitch. We didn't get it equipped with the trailer hitch. It may have been our biggest, most foolish mistake that we have yet made. Right. Off we go. Back to the shop. We're going to do a trade up. We're going to actually buy our own. Because this one, we can no longer afford to lease it. The leasing costs are getting too horrendous. It does also mean that we are going to be cutting it pretty fine with money for a little while. We've got a few wood chips left that we can sell, so we get a little bit of money from that. We've already bought our sheds down here, so we're kind of good to go on as far as the sheds are concerned. Mostly we are a little bit excessive. Yeah, mostly it's down to we're doing the harvest. So we've got the least costs on the combine to run there, but other than that, we should be all right. Again, I'm pleased with this decision. I've managed to justify it in my own mind, even if I haven't quite made enough sense to everybody else. I've justified it in my own mind, and that's all I need. Right, let's just bring this one in around here. And, you know, this is a leased machine, and we're about to return it, so we may as well get our money's worth. Get our money's worth! Oh, that is brilliant. I would love to do that in real life. Have you ever seen? Go and have a look on YouTube. When you finish this video, the video is nearly finished, by the way. Yeah, so when you finish, go and look on YouTube for lorry racing. It's absolutely brilliant, and they do some crazy stuff like this. It's absolutely brilliant. The stunts and stuff that they do with it, it's awesome to watch. It's genuinely awesome to watch. It is great fun. So yeah, go and watch that. So we've done a little bit of that today. Let me just stop that one there, and we'll go over to here, and we want to return. The 18480 has been returned. That is it. Now we'll go over here into the shop, and we're going to buy our very own, our brand new 18480. This is what we want. We've been dreaming of this for so long. Now, main color, that is the, it's that red right there. We want the nice bright red. That's what we want. Rim color, I'm actually thinking, ooh, should we match this one to the pickup truck so that we have got yellow wheels? Do you want me to match it or not? I'm going for trailer hitch right there. Buy. In the comment section down below, let us know. Look at the timing on that. I bought it and then instantly we went and had to pay some stuff out for wages and so on. That was, the timing on that was pretty close. That was pretty close timing. Why did it cost more? Oh, the paint color. The paint color that I used ended up costing us more. So, never mind. What's done is done. There it is. Look at it. Our very own MAN TGS 480. 18480, no less. Not just the 480. We got the 18480. Anyway, that is all I've got time for today. So, my weekly question for this week, and yes, I am going cross-country here. We're going to really put this one through its paces to start with. My weekly question, we are being given a new tractor from our sponsors for this farm here, which are AGCO and Stara and Horsch. Now, AGCO have come forward and they've said that we can have one of these two challengers right here, the Field Python or the Field Viper, or they've also managed to pull a few strings, and they can get us the Big Bud 450 if we'd rather have that one. So you got the Big Bud 450, or you have got the Challenger Field Viper, or you've got the Challenger Field Python. It is your vote, it is your game. Head into the comment section down below, let us know which one you want and why, and of course don't forget to actually cast your vote in the top right hand corner. I am going to take this one up over there, and we're not going to change over the forager. We don't need to. We've got a system now that works. So if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's what we're going to go with. We're definitely not going to try and fix this. It's working, so that's all that matters. That's the only thing that matters. I might actually, in tomorrow's episode, just swap it over back to the John Deere header and see if that has make any difference whatsoever. I suspect that it won't. I suspect it's actually the forager itself. We shall wait and see. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like, and if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me, get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. But until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.